Good morning, gamers. Welcome back. We're going over our HomeBrew Brew 2, the Pixie Courier Pokemon Cleric Absolver of Sin. What's next? Why, we're going to give them a spell. That's right. I am the AMDM. This is my cup of coffee, and you're watching How Do You Want to Brew This? The coffee is getting cold. All right, so I decided I was looking at the homebrew stuff and it was like spells. I don't think I did spells on the other guy. So I went and looked at the worst spell, the most negative pointed spell in here. And it's called Arion's Rune of Warding. It is a 5th level abjuration spell. It was put up on 8/27 of 2017, so it's been around out here for a while. It was put up by Spatial. It has a -9 but +4, so it come up to a -5 on its rating. It's been viewed almost 1,500 times. It's been added 13 times, and I'll be honest, I've been reading through this and it's not that bad. So, but like I said, I mean, this is it's a Rune of Warding. So I'm actually going to have this as a scroll for the character, but just to make it easy, I needed a magic item, and they're not really a magic user. I might throw it in there. I don't know. So I'm going to throw it in there. I just don't know how yet. I might actually play these characters. That's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be stupid ridiculous. So, for the spell, it is a 5th level spell. It has a casting time of 1 action, a range of self, verbal, somatic, and material components. Duration is until dispelled, or there's a condition in the spell itself. Abjuration. It has no attack, throw, or saving. There's no damage or effect, but there is a damage absorption type thing. When you cast a spell, the rune materializes above you, surrounding you in a magical sphere of force that absorbs damage. This spell can absorb an amount of damage equal to your level times 5. When you take damage, the damage is instead immediately transferred to a reservoir, reducing the amount of absorbable damage by the amount that would have been dealt to you and negating that damage. The spell ends when the damage absorption reaches 0 hit points of damage, or any damage remaining from the attack that ended is dealt to you. So, from what I'm understanding, basically this just gives you extra hit points. It gives you an amount of hit points. Damage is equal to your level times 5. So, whatever your level is when you cast this, multiply that by 5, and that's how many extra hit points it's going to give you. Basically gives you a shield for that many hit points. At first I thought it was going to be too powerful, but this actually seems kind of weak. Because at that point you got characters who are pumping out massive amounts of damage, and that just doesn't seem like a lot of absorption for it. But as a lower character, it may be quite well. So for our character, it works out just well. It's not a bad spell. It's just not all that powerful. I'm going to give them an upvote. So Spatial, you actually have an upvote from me on that. It will be added. It still doesn't make the change too much, but I'm using it because at the time that's what was there. So it shall be added. Let's go to Brew 2 over here. So I will hunt this spell down and get it in here. So that's all we're going to talk about today for our Pixie Blood Hunter wizard, courier, absolver of sins. So let's move into the GM tip, or behind the screen. All right, so this week on Behind the Screen, I want to talk about, this is actually for the players, more so than the GMs. I'm starting to make my players do the standard array. I do like the dice rolls. I don't like point buy. I've never liked point buy. It's overly complex. In my own personal opinion, I find that you do have a greater chance of getting higher numbers with the dice rolling, but I run with a lot of new players, and just trying to get the characters built quickly and get them actually into the game. I find that just doing standard array is the easiest way to get them started. But for those of y'all that are rollers, dice rollers, which I love rolling some dice, if you get a low score, that can be so much fun. I run with characters that have had low intelligence, and a monk with a low intelligence. That was his dump stat, was my intelligence. He once attacked the mast of a flying ship because he thought that was the engine. That's how dumb he was. But he enjoyed riding every beast that came along. I had fun playing that character. Anytime you have a character that has a really bad stat, don't look at it as a weakness. Look at it as just, that's a fun situation to do something in. It can be a blast having a low stat in something. Keep that in mind. If you want to having fun, if you have fun just going through and just bulldozing everything and being a master destroyer on everything, that's cool. If you get bored with doing that, play something that's stupid or not strong. Play a fighter who has a low strength, or somebody who wants to be a fighter with low strength. There's just so many options. Have fun with it, guys. Don't let the stats detract from your fun. They'll make for great stories. That's all I got for this week. If you like these videos, please click on the like button. If you think someone else would like them, please click on the share button. Every like's an inspiration, every share is an advantage, and every subscription is an experience point. Help me gain 300 experience points so I can get to second level. And as always, the AMDM does hereby authorize you, the viewer, to gain 10 experience points for every video that you share. Just tell your DM the AMDM said so. Trying to fill up a little bit of time. Yeah. That's all I got for now, so go forth and roll some dice.